Olá a todos, hello everyone. Se você quiser ver a versão em português desse vídeo, é só dar uma olhada na descrição, o link vai estar lá. So over here we have the from the PTY house, prototype house project, we have PTY food here. And let's talk about first the outer shell and the broad spectrum of the project. What we have here is a geodesic structure that was made solely from broomsticks and PET bottles. So the structure itself, there is nothing holding it but those two components. You don't have screws, you don't have anything made out of metal, you pretty much have only those two components. Although there are some attachments that were made throughout prototyping it, but they are not used to make everything stay in place there. Another observation is this structure actually is not horizontal. The presentation would be something like this because I'm in a terrain that it has this inclination. But to talk a little bit about the general approach to the problem, this is 4 meters by 4 meters. So it's a 4-meter diameter structure, and it has roughly 2 meters in height at its core, in the middle of it. And you have, we're going to see that in a little bit, but you have something that usually people use to protect animals in farms and stuff like this. We use it to prevent birds from coming in. And we also have this plastic wrapping that is actually extremely cheap to get if you need them, or if you go into any construction site, you'll be able to find something similar to this. So you can get the light in, but it prevents some of the gas and some of the tiny bugs around. And here at the door, you have the same metal protection for birds, but you also have this green screen, so for birds, but the green screen prevents bugs coming in. So this was another thing that we needed to take care of. And over here you have a big reservoir of water that actually doubles as a valve, so I don't need to close the valve that brings water to over here, and this is my regulator of sorts. And apart from the regulator, the water is going to come over here and it's going to be brought up here with a contraption made of 2 different parts from printers, regular printers. And over here at the top, I think you can see that there are 4 small solar panels that give energy to this, so this is completely off grid. And after the water gets pumped up here, I just diverge it and just send it over to all the 125 PET bottles that are actually producing food inside this. So all the materials here can be found on trash and can be recycled. Doesn't necessarily need to be something that you dig in through trash and it's completely dirty, so on and so forth. Sometimes, most of the times, you can find this in places where they already get materials like this to be reused. Also, some of these materials can be found in construction sites, or considering the materials that I've used here, you can either find them very cheaply, or it was designed in a way that you can change the material using something that is similar in density or strength or something like this. So as always, this is not something to be completely copied. It's something that should have the adaptation based on the reality of everyone who's actually trying to build something like this. Okay, so all of these disclaimers and everything being said, let's check out the project right now, up close. Okay, so let's see about the food production. First and foremost, this noise that you're hearing in the background, I'm gonna talk a little bit about that first. So pretty much what we have is right over there we have the solar panels right here. They are connected into these. This is just so I can do maintenance. I can disconnect the system here. This is I took it out from PC power source, goes all the way here, and over here I have a button. I don't know if you can see this. The button is supposed to be here so I can access from the outside, and I can just turn it off like this, or I can turn it on. And we have water coming from that reservoir. It goes down here, then it takes a sharp angle 90 degrees up, and the sun is getting yeah, there's probably some clouds going on right now. So the water gets over here. Over here I have a screen inside this to prevent bugs from laying eggs and stuff, and then you have this piping that goes all the way over here, and right over there you can see a little bit of the engine of the printers. It's two parts of printers that together and alongside the solar panels. They just pump water over here. The water gets on this reservoir here, and from here it gets distributed right over here. And you have some holes here, so over here is all wet. I don't know if you can see this. Over here is wet and dripping water and sending it down, and another part of the water comes right over here, and you keep distributing everywhere. You have 125. Look at this flower. This is beans flour. Let me see if I can show some of the color of it. Anyways, 125 PET bottles here. Not all of them are producing as expected, but some might be my mistake, or well, most of it will be my mistake, and some's just probably accidents and stuff that has happened so far. But yeah, this is pretty much it. The concept of producing 3 different types of culture per vase, and we have a combination of 7 types of culture overall here, definitely doable, and doesn't necessarily grow extremely small. It depends on a number of factors. And yeah, it's definitely going. I have a gift from a friend. This is out of Pronobis, and yeah, I've got some other stuff around here. But anyways, yeah, this is what you got, and just showcasing everything around here. Anyways, this is what we got, right?